your kids. So we've got Bruce Sellery from Money Sense magazine here to continue the chat. And, you know, we were talking a little bit about the young kids, okay?
Yes.
You want to make things sort of fun for them because money, as you mentioned the first time you were here, can just sound very boring. Yeah.
Sound. It can be more sound. It can more be boring. And to a kid, why would you want to talk about something boring?
You have to make it fun. So you have to make it. You have to make it.
Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear fun.
Cars too.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be like, let's talk about the family vacation.
Yeah.
What are we going to do for the family vacation?
Yeah, because here's for
affordable?
everything that I do, it's all about getting a handle on your money so you can live the life you want. So that's an adult can hear that phrase and go, yeah, it makes sense. To a 3-year-old. Or a 4-year-old, what's the link? How do you connect these two things? Because if there is no why, there is no vested interest. Why would I bother? So Abby found, she's 3.5, found 2 quarters in a vending machine on the weekend. And they're sparkly, they're fantastic, and they will go into her pink piggy bank with a tutu on it, because that is what she has. But the earlier that you can start connecting those two things, the better, because as Dr. Gordon said, habits make a huge difference. And first among them for young kids is spending within your means. So Abby, you've got 2 quarters. Well, let's take those 2 quarters and see what we could get with 2 quarters. Well, there isn't enough for that, but there is enough for this. Would you like to buy this? Or would you like to wait, hold on to those 2 quarters until we have some more quarters, and then we'll come back and we'll get an entire page of stickers.
Ooh, so then they're making that choice between instant gratification, or do we save a little bit more and get something even better?
And as kids get older, a lot of parents look at allowance, which I think is a great way to help teach kids that there is their allowance and there is not mommy, daddy, papa's wallet. Those are not the same world. So I don't endorse parents saying, here's 20 bucks, go and have a great time. What I do endorse is, here's your allowance. Spend it the way that you would like. And you can do that in cash. Some people use the jar method. In my family, this is kind of a legend in the Sellery family, allowance was done with a ledger. So every week, the 50 cents was added in a ledger, and to extract money from my dad required the pulling out of the ledger, him leafing through. I'm the youngest of 5 kids in the first part of my family, little sister too. But the ledger was a very important part of the process because inherently you were saving until that moment when you said to my dad, I said to my dad, I'd like $3 because I'd like to go with my friends to go to Max Milk and get some sweet tarts. Yeah. So you were saving until that time when you had an intention about spending. And you talked about your university days where you just kind of spent. There was no intention. So how can you teach your kids about the intention? Because of course we're going to go to the grocery store and we're going to buy the 4 food groups so that we can eat. And I'm a big sweet, love my treats. Me too. Abby will have a life of, treats and Timbits and all sorts of ice cream and things. But let's have some intention about that. Okay.
What a shocker you got into money. You had a ledger growing up.
I did. There was amazing. A ledger.
How do you feel about paying the kids for chores? How do you feel about that?
I think there is, and again, it depends on your family culture. So some families' chores they're just a part of being a part of your family. And you only pay for chores that are over and above. So in my family, if you cut the lawn, only one of the 5 kids cut the lawn, that kid would get paid. But we all got a base level of allowance. Because really the purpose of allowance is to, in my opinion, is to start having people learn skills. That's really what it's about.
But don't you want them to start to learn skills about earning an income?
Yeah, but I would connect that to other things that they might do outside the home. Babysitting, doing someone else's lawn, all those sorts of things.
Okay, very interesting. How do you guys feel about paying the kids for chores? Do you ever do that for your kids?
We did almost exactly what you said.
Did you have a ledger?
We didn't have a ledger.
No one has a ledger.
We had these little stickies, magnets on the fridge, and we would say, clean the pantry, $10. And they'd come and they'd say, can we go to a movie? Can you give us money for the movie? And I'd look up and I'd go, there's a thing on the fridge.
I would totally clean the pantry for $10.
Totally.
That's a lot of money. Okay, we gotta go. Well, thanks for watching City Line today. We'll see you tomorrow.